BoutTheOnline.com. Peace, family. Welcome to BoutTheOnline.com, your one-stop shop for the highest hip-hop edutainment. Bring you the dopest no-limit interviews, hip-hop legends, reviews, views, news, and more. So if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be updated on new drops and content.
What's goody, good. Back in the building, your boy finds a neutron, BoutTheOnline.com, representing Reginelli Gambino of the infamous Gambino family. Captain UK, US, worldwide. What's good with it?
Man, you already know, man. Cooling like a big dog supposed to, yeah.
We got you either real late or super early. I guess however which way you look at it or however you slice it. So appreciate you taking the time to tap back in. I definitely want to say shouts out to Keith Murray quickly. He just hit, but yeah, I was telling the guy, I said to him, you killed it on that last media run.
Oh yeah. I gotta, I just gotta, the fans deserve that, bro. Deserve for a nigga to keep it all the way 100, keep it real. That's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah, we know you tapped in with us. I think a couple of days ago we did something. We dropped some no limit stories. We definitely had people appreciative of hearing some of those anecdotes, and we got a couple of more probably topics and stuff we can go over. I know you can see one of the posts that we put out recently about Birdman, where he said he feels that hip hop CEOs haven't been given enough, kind of credit for the hip hop 50th, and he's saying, they kind of help keep hip hop alive and keep the stuff going. So, what do you think about that?
I think he right, bro. I think they don't get enough credit. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, uh, Birdman name should be mentioned pretty much every time you hip hop is mentioned. Like for the work that he did, his rise and still running. Shit, I ain't seen nobody do it like that yet. So he got a point, man. Shout out to Birdman, man. Get that man his flowers now, man. Gotta keep it real. It's mandatory.
You talk about, even some of the work that he's put in. Does that go across the board for other CEOs, holistically? Obviously we know you got P, you got Diddy, you got
Yeah, that go across the bit for especially the ones from the South. Like of course P, you know, and I'm gonna give P his flowers too because I ain't no see Birdman did it with actually artists like these dudes like really were nice with rapping, but P did it with motherfuckers that probably ain't much had rapping on their mind some type of way. So P kicked it off. So I gotta give P his flowers too. Of course, but he kicked it off and eventually everybody else just followed the blueprint with a little bit of their blueprint added to it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I was watching an interview the other day with I can't remember the guy's channel. It was this white guy and this other black guy was interviewing, and they were talking about Silk, but they were talking about P and Birdman was in it, and he was saying Birdman could arguably be, one of the best CEOs in hip hop. Just looking at his tenure and stuff like that, and it could be argued that, and I'd say that where he said, the CEOs should get their props. I think definitely as well, ones that definitely help cultivate like major
Right.
movements and
Even
stuff.
even
Also,
look like you gotta look at like what come from under his umbrella. Like, you got Juvie, you got Fresh, you got Wayne, um, you got Yo Gotti. Gucci, came from under, what I mean, just all these people come free thugger, you know what I'm saying, come from under, that Cash Money umbrella, you know. So, Nicki Minaj, Drake, I mean, so yeah, I think yeah, he
I
know
mean,
what
but
he doing.
you think it's because he seems to have, everybody knows him from the forefront to a degree as well, and he's dropped stuff as a solo artist and as a member of the group, the big timers. But do you think
Yeah,
he's shown that he's got that ability to sort of work in the background as a CEO and kind of run stuff and let the main artist sort of take the shine and kind of push things forward?
yeah, yeah, he got that. I remember. This a story. This an untold Cash Money story because when I was running with Gangster, we used to always go to the studio. Cash Money. This one they was a recording. The studio was at Canal Place at the top. We up there, and yeah, Birdman can verify. Birdman, and but I was the young nigga that used to always be with Gangster when he go. You know what I'm saying? And I remember like Birdman, uh, he might sign artists, but you probably don't hear about him like 5 years later, like until he feel like they ready. He was like that. He was like real picky about music. Of he might see potential in you, but he not gonna just he gonna let you watch Wayne, watch the way Wayne do, watch the way Juvie do his, you know what I'm saying, get a little something from everybody, you know what I'm saying, be like you in training, like before once he feel like all right, you ready now, you know what I'm saying, because he gonna listen to what you've been writing and shit like that. I watched him do that in the studio. So he would definitely be um I see, and the same shit Pete kind of used to do, but the only difference is Pete, like I said, it'll be Birdman assign an artist, and you wouldn't hear about him till like 5 years later. You know what I'm saying? But Pete just was like, he hot, lemon hot right now. I just need people that got an idea of how to rap, and I'm gonna go from there.
Yeah. I mean, a couple of things I was just saying, or just thinking actually, with your experience, I guess, growing up in New Orleans at that time, then and it's been documented that obviously P and those guys they started out in Richmond and then they brought things back to New Orleans, but then obviously Cash Money was more cultivating within the city and stuff like that. Did you think there was a significant difference in that aspect, or while you was actually growing up there, did you think there was more of a favor to one or the other, such in that way? From sometimes people probably get behind like homegrown talent a bit more, but then ultimately, I think No Limit did go on to sign a lot of talent that would have been homegrown as well.
Yeah, um, I would say that like the ones like that came from Big Boy, like Miss, like I'm like at the beginning stage of it. P went at he got what Fiend down like all Big Boy record artists. But I was speaking like from a point whereas No Limit had and already solidified itself into the hip hop community, and it was all right, now he went to getting people from artists, but just pulling this billing a army, and releasing it. Like, if you know how to rap to a beat, he's putting you out, making you into something.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned Fiend. Fiend had a point where I think he was uniquely one of the only No Limit guys to drop an album that didn't really feature any of the Millers on it in his Street Life album, and
Yeah,
I mean, guys,
and
let
you
me know if
see,
I'm incorrect in the comments or anything, but so that's quite. And then I believe he left, and then he had like a deal with Rough Riders.
yeah, he Fiend at that point, the Street Life album came out. Fiend was really aiming towards Rough Riders around that time. Rough Riders wanted Fiend was actually was rolling with Rough Riders. He produced some stuff for Rough Riders. He came up with some hooks for Rough Riders. Rough Riders wanted to sign him, but P wanted too much for the contract, to buy the contract out. So, I don't think it
Okay, so
ever got.
you saying
I don't think.
it was
I don't
that
think
thing
he.
that there was a
What you about to say?
yeah, no, I was just saying you saying there was an earlier opportunity for him to be with Rough Riders than when he actually did sign with them.
Yeah, yeah, right. Like when at the peak of Rough Riders, when it was like they was the shit. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to sign on Fiend. They wanted Fiend, but I I I, I think P was just really did it out of spite. Really, gave him a outrageous price to buy the contract out. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they was looking at it like, said we pay that much, like,
But I mean, business is business.
huh?
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean, business is business. I mean, in
Right.
that sense, if I guess like from a business standpoint, if
Because
they
I don't think he really wanted to let Fiend. I don't think he really wanted to let Fiend
yeah,
go. Yeah, really, to be honest.
yeah, cause so he got make they got to make it worth his while.
Right, right, right. Yeah, but Rough Riders definitely wanted to sign. They wanted Fiend. He would have went good with them mixing them.
I mean, he eventually did sign with them, but I didn't really hear much manifest. I believe he was on the second Rough Riders album, and
Yeah,
had
and
some
then
stuff. I
Rough
think it's
Riders
the
had went
Young
into the
One.
situation. They wound up going to this situation. Well, what they had was going through too. So it was a lot of you know uh interferences.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Fiend. He definitely was able to keep moving
Yeah,
forward and build his own independent fan base and stuff as well.
right, right, right. Yeah,
I think he really showed and proved that he had that kind of artistic
right,
reach and level to him because
right. And
even
then I
after
think,
this, he was still, as you said, the Rough Riders thing. Maybe that,
oh yeah, then I think he would jet like, no,
yeah, maybe that.
yeah,
Yeah, I think Sleepy Bear got like some kind of it, it looked like he got some kind of working affiliations and stuff.
uh huh, yeah.
I don't know if it's something like he's signed to him or anything or such like that. I think it might be the case of them doing some business together.
But yeah, I think they got maybe
I don't
it might be they might have the same manager, Moosey. I think that's who manages Fiend. He managed Jet Life too. So that's what it might be.
okay.
hmm
Yeah, we've had somebody ask as well about the Gambino family album and what's the deal on the publishing with that album? Cause we've heard you speak about publishing and stuff in the past, and these albums
Well,
are now on digital media that people can stream them. So people have asked,
yeah, well,
are you
the
getting any
publishing.
money off of the?
Now, I'm still not receiving no publishing or nothing off the Gambino family album yet. because it's still in the in the process of getting everything together, like as far as like with Universal and with Beats by the Pound. Well, with Care and but I should be getting some soon from but it ain't nothing it ain't because of something because on my end. It's just something but on Nate end, you know. There got so many hands on that's affiliated with the catalog, you know. They just making sure.
I mean, have they got? I believe they got most names and stuff, right? On stuff now. Like I know when you
Yeah,
go on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
When you
site.
yeah, they got the main stuff right. That's why you were able to stream it now on the album. I mean it has been um mix and master and everything. That must sound better on a streaming service than it did you know when it actually dropped under No Limit. And
Yeah, they
so
might have tweaked it.
and y'all could be expecting another Gambino family album from me, my brother Gotti, Malachi, and some unreleased songs that we have with Fino. R.I.P. to Fino. We definitely gonna put that out. It's gonna be the last Gambino family album.
Okay.
With actually all of us on there.
Yeah, would that be that? Would you do that as what, like a final album, a commemorative thing, or you saying just
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be as far as the final album, as far as like with Fino on it, you know, uh, cause I got a couple of unreleased songs that you know we did, or to add God and Malachi on, it, you know, we're gonna make that happen.
yeah, no, definitely.
And
I
welcome
think
home to my brother Legati too, man. You know what I'm
yeah, I think it'd be good to hear some new stuff from Gotti as well.
saying? Oh yeah, you definitely gonna hear some new shit from him. You know, he been got a couple of books he had wrote. He been now he gonna drop that. He nice with the books. And Free C, man. Free Corey Miller, man. Hopefully my dog be out here this year. I was speaking into existence, you know what I'm saying? But even though it's looking good,
Yeah, have you had any updates on just the appeals and stuff?
I think he's supposed to have a court date. Supposed to be getting a court date set. Hopefully, you know that should be getting released on that date. Court date. That's what everybody hoping for.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a crazy one, man. I still can't believe it's been so many years.
What you said?
Yeah, I still can't believe it's actually even just been so many years.
Yeah, 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 man. Yeah, it's
You know,
time.
now it's you've got people telling so many different stories. Whatever happened to that whole Kim Kardashian is on the case that you know.
Well, she's still doing work on it. You know, by Trump losing the presidential race. I think that was kind of like little setback. You know, as far as with the case, because
Yeah.
she uh Kim really had
Well, I
you
mean,
know
I know we know it's a tough task. I mean, I'm not trying to sound negative, but I'm like in hindsight, it's kind of like one aspect, he was kind of right when people said he was bashing Kim Kardashian because when it was announced that she was doing the case, and he was like, "Well, this stuff's been going on for years, and Kim, you ain't just gonna kind of come in with the
Mm-hmm.
magic wand
Yeah,
and
right before the election.
yeah,
Yeah. So but she working. She's still on the case. It's just um some information they don't really want to go public with what she working on behind the scenes. Still, I know this for sure.
yeah,
But I don't
me,
know what made it, just come out public with it around that time. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
yeah, no, they said she was, I mean, she don't move all the way political, but there's always politics involved in a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She can be quite political. She's shown that with the Balenciaga scandal. So,
Right. Mm-hmm. You're right.
but that's just
Mm-hmm.
the days I've had everything is. I'm surprised Kanye's kind of been quiet recently. He ain't had much to.
Mm-hmm.
I did see a report that they said he could be renegotiating a new deal with Adidas or something. But they got all the products. They got to get rid of it.
Oh yeah.
Right?
With Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen something like that. Yeah. Mm, Kanye been quiet lately.
Yes. The last I saw or heard, I could have been reported he was potentially planning to move to South Africa or something, some nonsense like that. And then there was this story about the Adidas thing. So
All right.
no, I don't believe neither's been confirmed. But yeah, it's been quiet more so for the. I mean, he's said some crazy stuff in the
Mm,
media, so I think it probably is best to does be quiet for him.
right. He must have went pay him a visit.
Yeah, I seen him on the interview, and he was saying like white men, and he was saying like he thinks white males are the most like violent people in the world, and they're not allowed to have a voice and all this stuff. And it's like, what
Mm-hmm.
is this? I mean, he and he hang around with the white supremacists and stuff, and he was just bugging a bit way too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was I don't know what you was tripping out, but I'm glad he's chilling.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah, for me.
maybe the men in them they say being them black suits went pay him a visit.
Well, that just made me think of a question. When you think of, I was thinking, I'm just thinking of, yeah, obviously Jay Z just brought me to the whole Jay Z and Silk collaboration, and some of the No Limit collaborations. Can you
uh,
remember any big artists from any other labels coming to the actual studios where you guys recorded to record any collabs, or were they
uh,
mostly done from just being sent?
Beyonce definitely
Okay.
came came to our studio in Baton Rouge. Mm-hmm.
And you was there when they recorded?
Yeah, yeah, we was in there. Mm-hmm. Destiny's Child came to Baton Rouge.
So which one, and who did you have your eye who did you have your eye on the most? That you must have been one.
I was watching B. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I know everybody. I know everybody probably gonna say Beyonce now, but when they first came, that was when they first had
Yeah, that was
Was it
before they.
Javier and
No, no, it was one of the other girls. I forgot her
that was
name.
the first line of
Yeah, yeah, at first.
I think it was Latavia and Latoya or something like that. Latoya was
Yeah,
one because it was Latoya Luckett. And
I know Kelly. I know Kelly Rowland. It was her,
yeah, Kelly.
Beyonce. Yeah, what's
Yeah,
the other
it was the
one?
original four because they put the
No,
video up.
yeah, with the original folk. Yeah,
Uh, you know,
yeah, I'll watch them be though.
I mean, do you think they will? Cause I don't know the timeline and stuff. I know this is very early in their career, but do you see? I mean, did you foresee them to be like there was gonna be a huge, global phenomenon, or at the time, do you think it was just some girls just, as you said, getting an opportunity or doing a feature, just recording on it,
No, no, I saw when I heard them sing, I knew it. But I would say this: Beyonce always stood out, even way back then.
Because I only said because I didn't heard much from them in that song. It's all right, but not to downplay their skills, but let's say even like Beyonce's capabilities, it weren't displayed on like a song like that. You know what I mean? It was they pretty much just singing the hook and no
Right,
disrespect to them, but you probably
but
could have got a bunch of other singers that did it, but that's not.
hmm
Did they have other stuff out at that time as well? I don't know the timeline on that one. If
they had some stuff out. I don't think
Okay,
I don't
it
think they
wasn't that.
really. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. They had a name, but it, it wasn't as big as it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah. No, I got you. So they weren't completely nameless, but
Mm-mm,
that's what
mm-mm.
I mean. They would have had to have been known to have a skill for something. So they were proven to a degree already, but not like
Mhm. But you could tell from Beyonce's demeanor that she was like
yeah,
they had, she's been. That's how they been moving like that.
yeah. Which would make sense 'cause when you see like the documentaries and stuff, and they show those clips when they were younger and all that
Mm-hmm,
stuff, and you
mm-hmm.
see even Beyonce when she was yeah, yeah, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
all her
it's the
stuff,
impact of
all her
history and stuff,
stuff.
and I think
Even with her, the way she dressed,
inconsistent.
it was always something. Hers was different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I remember, it was an interesting tidbit. I believe she was on something before. It said she had a cat. Her cat was named Master P.
Mhm. Now I think,
But what
now
I
I
think
think,
about the
I
collabs
think,
is in
Dion,
that,
I would say this though, fine. I think when they did that Soldier song, they should have had some real soldiers on there. Man. They should have had a No Limits. They should have had us on there. Wayne and Ti, it was cool. They did their thing, but the
yeah,
real soldiers should have been on there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So if y'all listening, if Beyonce if she's listening and the rest of the crew hear this and y'all think about re-bringing that soldier song back, y'all make sure y'all holler at Reginelli, yeah, real soldier, original.
yeah. I remember at the time, I believe P did express that at the time that how they gonna do the social song and not and not
Right,
not hit no limit,
all right,
but I think
right.
at that time Lil Wayne was on his
Yeah,
on
he
his
was.
on his he was on his upswing in terms of especially a lot
Hmm.
of collaborations at that time. It was knocking out a lot of the features and stuff. So I did as a No Limit diehard, I did feel the same. Like, yeah, this should have been, No Limit.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
and then it depends on what they wanted for the record. I mean, like we spoke about like not to take away P skill, but people say like P freestyled a lot. Some people say Wayne freestyle a lot. Some people say Jay freestyle a lot. So a lot of artists like freestyle and punch things in, but sometimes you want I don't know. It can be difficult to say. They might want like more detail paid to a track, and I think P had garnered a bit of a reputation for like with the features that he done. People were
Mm-hmm.
like, he was just knocking them out. You know what I mean? So it's like they probably maybe they wanted something a bit different.
You know who else came to our studio? You know who else came to our studio? Charlie Wilson.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like Charlie, man.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Charlie.
Yeah, he
Last
did
name
that.
good.
Mm-hmm. He did that song with Mia.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That track was dope.
And then somebody else I met. I didn't met at the studio, but I met. I was going. I had went by Silk House for something, and when I walked in, he opened the door. I walked in. So he had about 8 rooms in there. I think I had forgot something mm, from a couple of days ago, and I went over there and I walked past. I looked. I saw Maya.
Mm.
Maya
Yeah,
looked
I
good
think
in
Amaya
person.
they had that. Yeah, they had a
Maya,
couple. They crisscrossed a
Maya,
couple of records in on that album.
what you said?
Yeah, no, I said they crisscrossed those songs on it. She did one on his album. He did one on her album.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Maya. And of course, I always sing Monica. Shout out to Mo, Monica. Shout out to my little brother Montez, my dog Montez. He do beats too. Y'all holler at
No Limit did a lot of features. This is what I'm thinking. But do you think, like when we started off the conversation, we started talking about, Birdman saying CEOs don't get enough flowers to an extent. I want to kind of, still use that in an aspect. But do you think No Limit don't get enough credit for the features that they did with rappers from other labels and because I think a lot of them aren't really spoke about that much in hip hop, and then even when we see stuff like verses, when you would think, okay, some of these guys might have a track with somebody from No Limit they could bring out, or they don't go to those features, they're not really. It's like Big Pun is classed as in some people's books is one of the best lyricists and rappers of all time, but how many people speak about his track with Mr. Seven? Not many. You know.
yeah, they don't think on even like the song that Mac and Nas did.
This
Mac
is the
Nas and
same.
Feet.
A lot of people make comparisons with Mac being like the Nas of the South and how dope,
Yeah,
but there's a
he is.
song right there. How many people, as you said, it's not that
Man,
spoken about hip hop
to be honest,
conversation.
to be honest with you, Fonzie, Mac
Yeah.
will smoke Nas. Believe that.
Mm.
On all any kind of topic level he won't get on. Mac
You
will
think so?
freestyle. Mac will freestyle and smoke Nas. I promise you.
Yeah, I know. I believe Nas says he ain't really much of a freestyler, but I think Nas is a pen, definitely a penman.
Majority of the stuff Mac be rapping, he don't even much write.
Yeah,
But he rap it like he wrote it. He just know how
yeah.
to
No,
like
I can see that. It's like Jay, but that's Nas a penman. Like that's why Nas, even when Jay was first getting at him, Jay damn near had him on the ropes, but
mm-hmm,
Nas went away with that pen and come back with that ether. It was like
mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
not even just the EP. He penned that whole album. That's still Matic, where it was like that whole album was fire and had some he
Yeah,
had
he went back to the. He definitely went to the pen on.
yeah,
but
he won the dumb ones, but I
that's
mean,
that's another thing. Give
what
it
Fat,
back.
I was
If
gonna say
you back,
Fat Joe was on he was on Mir album, right? And he was on C album with
Fat Joe.
he was on Trapped in Crime. People don't talk
Yeah.
about that.
Mm-hmm. He was on Trap and
You know,
Crime.
tell me what
The
is
same
going
album.
on, Black. You know we all about the combat. Yeah, you on the album with you on the
Mm-hmm.
black on the black post. You on the
Mm-hmm.
black post.
Yep.
That album was fire, man. That's
Yeah,
all
the
I keep.
motherfucker. And at
Yeah,
CP3.com.
yeah. But that Fat Joe
Yeah.
track, yeah, it's Joe and C. You know, I hear people talk about that. You know,
Mm-hmm. Even the
I used to
C
love
did a
that No
song with the
Limit.
Brat.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think that No Limit because I was a big No Limit fan. You know, still is, but I'm like, I used to think the rap game was biased to No Limit
Yeah.
against No Limit because they never mentioned like the collabos and stuff that they did and such with like or they didn't shine much light on them. You know, like and collaboration supposed to be usually it's a big thing, even though they didn't really do the No Limit Cash Money collab like I think they could have and maybe should have,
Mm-hmm.
but in terms of like other artists in the game, from the work with Jay Z, Scarface, Naughty by Nature, Bone Fuzz, Wu Tang,
Mm-hmm.
E40, Al Islander, Montal, yeah, a whole bunch. I mean, you probably figure some more Fat Joe,
Mm-hmm.
um, who, a lot of the West Coast rappers,
Mm-hmm. And
from
shout,
from that whole
and shout
West
out to
Coast
Fat
cowboys.
and shout out to Fat Joe too, man, for reaching out to me. Yeah, we got something in the making. So y'all be on the
Yes, sir.
lookout.
Joe Crack, you gonna do something with Joe?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hit me up.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all be on the lookout for that. That Reggie crack. Yeah.
I flip that. Yeah. Who would you say is you think's the illest out collaboration that was done from like with a different click or a different label?
Um, you mean like out now?
Nah, like from back in the G, like
Like a no limit collab?
yeah, like like we was just saying, like the Fat Joe one or the Wu Tang one or the Bone Thugs or the Pimp C. What's one of your favorite
I
personal favorites?
um I would have to say the one with Fat Joe. And then I would have to say the one with Mac and Nas.
Yeah.
Hmm. And then I would have to come back and say that one with C and Slim. I'm on the run.
Slim Slim. Who else is on that? Full blooded.
Oh, I would say the one when I got the hookup soundtrack with Kanye Neighbor Full Blood, Slim, and my brother Lil Guy. Mm-hmm. Called Tell Me What You're Looking For. Shout out to my nigga Hound from Birdman who Full Blood.
Yeah. You found you seen him recently? He dropped some new music, I think, last year, right?
Yeah, I had that maybe like 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I remember, I think around last year he dropped some stuff, man. That town.
You got to drop
That's
some?
what everybody say. That town ain't no joke.
Mm. Man, I'm supposed to do something too. Me, him, and E. Uzi, man.
Okay.
Tell that nigga, say, shout out to my nigga E, bro. Hey,
Yeah, I don't know
E,
what way you been at, man.
E, bro. You not locked up no more, bro. You home, bro. You don't have to keep you out. Go in that studio, man. I'm my
Yeah,
nigga
he
E,
been.
man. I be able to tell my nigga E, bro. He ain't, he killed my dog Tucson. It
Yeah,
take
I know
it take it take a long time to break out there. 2 days later, nigga, he be rapping in that cell. You I always be messing with my dog. I always be messing with my dog. I be telling your dog Tuesday. My dog be on Instagram like this all day with a video after video. Man, that told me.
Yeah, he dropped quite a few though since he done been out.
I be fucking with my dog. Tell my nigga eat suspect, yo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you and them got drop the video to those tracks that you shot, man.
Mm-hmm. We
I know he
we gonna
dropped the video to one of his solo joints, but y'all should do a video, man.
yeah we're gonna do one. We had already talked about it too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He been shooting some videos too.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he got a couple, but I mean, he had a couple real tracks on there, like
Yeah.
yeah, it's got a little it's got a little something good. Wow,
Hold on a
yeah, I
minute.
just got fun from this. You mother show me some shit.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, disgusting. Yeah, bro. So, shit. Well, we're gonna wind down at this one unless you got.
Nah, we gonna save something. We got a lot more for y'all. You hear me? Y'all just keep tuning in. You hear me? I'm
We
Reginelli from the
definitely got
Platinum
some.
Selling Rap Group, the Gambino family formula of No Limit Records. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Reginelli underscore top underscore Gambino. I'm on my YouTube channel, Reginelli Top Gambino. Facebook, Reginelli Gambino. Holla at your boy. Free C Murder.
Yeah,
You know. R.I.P. to